I'm Tim. That's the wild. I haven't got a kitchen handy, but often we cook outside. We go out and we forage for things, we shoot things, we go fishing, we go hunting, we take it back to my place in Scotland, we gather it all together, we turn it into some delicious stuff. Change it. This is how we like it.
Yeah.
Have you got clay traps with you? Is it a
we
shooting
do
ground or you do a bit of simulated?
We do simulated.
So we're here on the beautiful, beautiful Kelas Estate. I've just stood on that little platform there and watched 8, 10, 12 road here, just chilling out. Incredible buck coming down the side of the forest. You can just see off there. 2 or 3 more bucks up there. Those down here in the little corner. It's just absolute paradise at Kelas this evening. Hopefully we're gonna get in on a nice buck and find ourselves some venison. Those just run off in that direction. There's another doe out there just this side of the water. To the left of her, just not too far away, is what we suspect is another doe, but we're hoping might be a buck. Hopefully he put his head up in a minute, give us some confirmation. There you go, heads up. I can't see any antlers on that.
I think so too.
Yeah. Right. Have you got the emergency stick on antlers?
I've got ones. I think you wear at Christmas time.
That'll do. That'll do. Ed spotted a doe and then this buck's come out behind it, just in this field here. They've got no idea we're here, so I'm just going to stalk in a bit here if we can get a shot at it. It's there. It's a nice small buck, but not really standing right. Hopefully it will keep going. The little red dot's pretty cool because you just sort of forget about the crosshairs once you're in the shot and just think about it.
Reload. It went down.
Down to the right.
Perfect.
First Scottish
Congratulations.
buck.
Well
First
done.
Scottish buck. Look at that. Shot placement could have been better.
You're not bad, a little bit bad.
A little bit back, bit wobbly on the sticks, but it's the perfect one for us. Look at that little buck. Very different shaped head to the bucks I've shot in Devon. Straight up antlers as well. Wow, perfect buck for us today though. Nothing too special, but very special for me.
Good, glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. Brilliant. where we're going when we get in there.
Yeah, can't miss it. Straight in the middle. So just took them off clear first.
Yeah.
So you get the blood out easier.
That's what we want. The carcass will stay here, and the liver is coming home with us. So fantastic buck stalk. Really excited to have grasped my first Scottish roebuck. That was a bit of a dream come true, so I'm happy about that. And as my reward for my efforts, I've got this beautiful prime roe liver. Delicious. Now, traditionally with liver, you'd go either with sage and onions or something similar to that, maybe some bacon. But it's really fresh and really rich and really nice. And we've got some nice tomatoes coming into season now. But I thought I might do like a salsa cruda, like a kind of raw tomato sauce. And then I thought, actually, let's go with the idea of a raw-ish tomato and some olive oil and some garlic and some fresh herbs as a dressing for this lovely pan-fried liver when we get there. But let's add an extra layer of complexity and let's pop these tomatoes through the Bradley hot smoker for an hour before we turn them into our little salsa cruda. So that's what I'm going to do. So nothing to do, nothing complicated. I'm just going to get my nice little tomatoes. You could use bigger ones. You just need to leave them in for a bit longer. I'm just going to open them up so the seeds are facing up. So I'll just cover basically that little bit of foil that I've put there to capture all the tomato juices with sliced open tomatoes. I'm not going to put any salt on them, I'm not going to put any pepper on them, I'm not going to put any herbs on them at this stage, purely going for tomato and smoke. Now you could then blitz that, add a little bit of sugar, dash of vinegar, reduce it right down, pass the seeds out and make like a sort of smoky ketchup. That'd be a nice thing to have. But I want a little bit more texture to the dish than that. So I think nice pan-fried liver in all its fresh, delicious glory with some buttery mashed potatoes and some olive oil, warmed up smoked tomatoes with a bit of garlic and fresh herbs. That's just going to be such a nice little plate to eat. A real sort of treat of delicious seasonal things. So once they're all sliced up, we'll just take these outside, pop them in the hot smoker, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes, take them out, finish them with some olive oil and garlic in a little pan just to warm them right up, and they'll be done. So the next job, just while the tomatoes are smoking, I've already got my mashed potatoes ready. They're over there, keeping warm. While I'm waiting for the tomatoes to smoke, I'm just going to slice up a bit of this liver. Now, as all of you guys out there, I'm sure will know, you look at that and it just screams health at you. You know, that's a really smart, clean, fresh-looking liver. But we will take care when we're slicing it into little pieces to fry, just to keep an eye out, make sure that we don't notice anything untoward there that might render it, you know, less than ideal for eating. I used to like to use a big, long, smooth knife for this, and these days I like to use a narrower knife. It's just one of those things that your mind changes a bit as you age, and you just do things slightly differently. I'm just going to cut enough little slices off this for this little dish we're going to show you. And all I'm doing is aiming to have the slices about, you know, the thickness of my little finger. So I've got some really nice summer savoury here, which is sort of almost more sagey and oregano-y than sage and oregano combined. So I'm gonna love using that. I mean, I could have just described it as smelling a lot like savoury, but I know, you know, sometimes you've got to give a point of reference. So I've got my pan heating up there nicely. I've got my liver. I'm going to lightly season those two really nice extra long bits and maybe one of those little bits there. Bit of salt and pepper. Back in the bad old days, I'd probably have floured my liver before I fried it, but these days when it's so fresh and beautiful like that, I'm just not worried about adding too much to it. I just want to keep it really natural. So I won't need all of that just to do one plate, but I will need a nice little chunk of butter into a moderately hot frying pan, not super hot. I don't want to sear it, you know, I want to get a nice soft cook on the liver all the way through, but we will let that butter all melt and become nice and foamy before we go for it. Here I've got a bit of, you know, a bit of mash, a bit of lightly buttered mash. I just did that with the potato masher. Gone are the days where I used to worry about pushing it through a sieve and making sure it was so smooth you could plaster a wall with it. This is a bit more sort of wood chip or Artex. Anyway, it tastes just as delicious, so that's fine. Nicely foaming butter in the pan. I'm gonna cook, I think, one nice big piece of liver and one small bit as well. I want to just try and get it firm to the touch but not overcooked. I don't want it rare, but I do want it blushed with pink all the way through. And that's probably about right. When I'm happy that it's got enough heat in it, it doesn't need that much. It's incredibly fresh and very delicate. It will cook quickly. I'll just pop those little lovely bits in that warm pan with some of the cooking juices, just to rest, but not in the hot pan that I've cooked them in. There would definitely be enough heat in that pan left to overcook that liver. Time to get the smoky tomatoes out. Look at that. About half an hour in the hot smoke. Just got a bit of give to them, and they're super smoky. We'll finish off the rest of the plate. I'm gonna put some more of this fresh savoury, just a few of those leaves, in with my smoky tomatoes. Just gonna put a bit of lovely mash on the plate. Smoky toms. And then, absolutely last, but by no means whatsoever least, super special, prime roebuck liver. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can do so here, or it might be over there, or somewhere else.